Hi, everyone, and welcome to the preview show delivered by FedEx. I'm Marty Snider from NBC Sports. This is Chris Rice from College Racing, also right here at NASCAR.com, where he's our crew chief here at NASCAR.com. Hey, how about Kyle Larson? He overcame so much at Michigan. You know, you look at a bad pit stop, they overcame track position throughout the day, and then not really a good restart on that final restart of the day. Yet he's able to win. What impressed you the most about what Kyle Larson did?
Well, I told you a bunch. I was worried about Kyle Larson, but they went out and proved me wrong because they went out and won, and that was what they needed to do to get in the chase. And what impressed me the most is how fast their car was all weekend. They ran well throughout all the practices, and they done what they needed to do at the end of the race, even with a bad pit stop. So kudos to Kyle Larson because he needed a win, and he done it for Brian Clausen, which he parked it for. He definitely parked it.
Well, and you got to feel good for that race team because arguably they had the best car at Bristol and got in all those incidents at Bristol. But let's talk about the chase. And Kyle told me after the race, he feels like his best racetracks are actually in the chase. And it's really true if you look at it, Chicago, Dover, you got Charlotte, Texas, Homestead, what he feels like is one of his best racetracks at the final race of the year. What kind of damage can the 42 team do in the chase?
Kyle Larson can advance, I believe. You know, Dover is a place you get way up to the top of the racetrack, and that's where Kyle Larson succeeds or makes all his passes. So I think he can advance to the second round, and if he advances to the second round, he could be dangerous throughout the whole chase.
Yeah, you throw Kansas in there as well, Talladega. You never know what can happen at Talladega, so certainly the 42 team could do some good work in the chase. All right, let's check out the chase standings, and boy, has it shaken up after Kyle Larson's win. Ryan Newman now out, as you can see. The interesting thing here is Chris Buescher's in the chase standings, but he's barely in that top 30. So how do you see all this playing out over the next couple of weeks? I know Ryan Newman and his team would love those points back that they lost at Bristol.
Oh, they would love those points back. Luke Lambert, you know, he's sitting there going, give me my 20 points back, I'm sure. So I'm telling you, with Chris Buescher where he's at, I'm sure Roush is pushing very hard to support that group. I'm telling you, they need to get in that chase so they can learn things and be better for 2017. But if he gets kicked out, that puts Ryan Newman back in. Man, this is going to come to the wire. This is going to come all the way to Richmond to where we're going, who's in, who's out. We remember those days back when it was that tight. So I'm excited to see who does get in.
Could be lap by lap at Richmond even,
Could
which should be even more fun. By the way, where's your leisure suit?
Well, you know, I'm going to wear it Saturday. They never told me I could put it on, so I'm going to wear it Saturday, everyone, so be watching.
The throwback weekend this weekend at Darlington, it's really become one of the cool weekends and really a destination weekend for NASCAR in the schedule, hasn't it?
It has, and it's because of what's behind us, the Hall of Fame. NASCAR has done a great job by, I mean, these are the guys that has made NASCAR, you know, with your Darrell Waltrip, Cale Yarborough, I mean, Davey Allison, all the guys that made NASCAR, and now we have like a weekend that just supports every one of them. I'm telling you, I'm so excited to see all the paint scheme. I'm really excited about this weekend for the racing, to see who's going to be in the chase, and all the paint schemes.
Tide coming back as well. It's going to be certainly a fun weekend, but we forget it's the Southern 500, one of the most difficult races of the year. What are the challenges of Darlington, Chris?
Well, the racetrack is losing grip every year. You know, they paid that racetrack and gave it a lot of grip, but I'm telling you, it's sit there. The sand has beat it up. Goodyear's bringing a great tire to where it falls off. It's going to make the racing great, so you better get your car to where it turns very well, and you can just maintain tire and grip, because if you don't, you're going to be at the back of the field.
All right, who are you going to pick this weekend for the Southern 500?
I'm going with Denny Hamlin. I feel that group, Gibbs, knows how to race Darlington. They've had the Xfinity cars so fast there. The Cup cars have been really good. So I'm telling you, Denny Hamlin is your guy this weekend.
I'm going to pick Brad Keselowski this weekend. And I'll tell you why, because I still think, even though it was a year ago, finishing second in this race, leading all the laps like he did last year, still fresh in his mind, and that agony of being so close to winning the Southern 500 and not pulling it off. I'm going to go with Brad Keselowski this weekend. I know this is one that he wants really, really bad.
It's a good pick, but I still feel Denny Hamlin will be your guy.
Penske's bringing a little bit of speed this weekend, of late, no doubt about it. So, hey, make sure you keep it parked right here on NASCAR.com all weekend long. Live leaderboards, in-car audio, and all the news updates before and after the Darlington race. And you don't want to miss all the paint schemes as well. Make sure you check those out on NASCAR.com, both in the Cup Series and the Xfinity Series this weekend. Going to be a lot of fun to check that out. Next week, we head to Richmond, the final race of the regular season. That one's going to be exciting and fun. But in the meantime, enjoy the Southern 500 race weekend, everybody. Happy Labor Day.